Okay. All right, so just be careful of the word precious. Okay?
Precious. Okay.
Yeah, that's just what I heard a little about you tonight, but so far your grammar while we are having an exchange of ideas, we're all good.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So ready?
Yeah, ready.
Topic 12.
Yes.
We're done with the idioms, right? Just to confirm.
You mean
The idioms from lesson 12, lesson 11. We're done, right?
yeah,
Okay.
all the lesson of 11
Yeah.
has been done. Yeah.
Okay, just to be sure. Okay. So let's have the kickstart.
Okay. Uh, have you ever noticed that many speakers in their presentation the same way a car runs out of gas as their last bit of fuel is used up? They sputter to an abrupt stop as though they just got tired of thinking. No matter how good your presentation is, a lackluster ending will significantly detract from your ability to influence others. The conclusion of your speech is your last chance to hammer home the importance of your message. It's a lasting impression that listeners take away of you and, by extension, your company.
Okay. So questions about the words. Anyways, good job about how you write it.
Um, let's call Spooter, right?
Sorry.
Uh, the second sentence of this paragraph
Yep.
lay scooter to an abrupt stop. Does am I like does do I pronounce it well? Is it correct way to pronounce the word here? Spooter?
It's sputter.
Spotter. Oh, okay.
Yes, sputter.
Spotter.
Yep. Okay. And then here it would sound soft D. Sputter. Sputter.
Spot. Spotter.
Sputter.
Spotter.
Yes. Okay. There are words with double T that
Oh,
will sound soft D. Almost
oh,
T, but it sound D, D
the,
like that. Yeah. So instead of saying sputter, so that's kind of strong T sound. So it's gonna be soft D or soft T. Sputter.
spotter.
Sputter.
Spotter.
Yes. Okay.
Spotter.
So it
Okay.
doesn't really being emphasized the sound of T. Okay, just the soft T sound. So it would sound a little like D sound. Sputter.
Spotter.
Yeah,
Okay.
so if you pronounce it fast, so it's gonna be sputter. Sputter.
Spot. Spotter.
Yes. Okay.
Spotter. Okay.
Yes. All right. And then this word, I just heard it sounded a little like lay, so it should be they.
Lay.
They.
Lay.
Okay, one more time. They.
Lay.
Yeah, so it sound letter L. So this is TH, the,
L- lay.
the. So your tongue will be behind your upper teeth.
Lay.
Th. Can you feel the vibration?
Lay.
They.
Lay.
Just like this, the word
L.
the.
L.
Okay, all right. I guess you have something on TH sound, but we will practice that.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
gonna give you some suggestions later.
Okay.
Okay, no
Let.
worries. Yeah, actually, I think it's because of the letters and words that you have about your own language. That's why it's kind of different when saying they for most Chinese and Taiwanese people.
Lay. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'll just check the link about TH soft and then hard TH, and then I will give you some suggestions later. because this is very important.
Late. Okay.
The sound of th as the and the.
Le.
Yes, yeah, that's right. The, that is soft.
Le.
The,
Le.
the.
Le.
Yeah, it's just like your tongue is behind your teeth and then it's like pushing. The, the.
Le.
Yeah,
Le.
the, like that. Okay, I will send you the video later.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Thank
yes.
you.
And actually, this is one of the hardest. There are teachers and even there are students and even teachers that cannot really pronounce th. That's why it's one of the most important pronunciation
Yeah.
in
Thank you.
English. Yeah, so I will give you suggestions later.
Okay.
Okay. Um, so no question about sputter, just about the pronunciation, right?
Yeah.
Okay, next. No
You
questions?
mean no? I don't have questions. You
Okay,
mean
sure.
below questions?
I mean about the paragraph, the words
Uh.
you light with color blue. No
No. I just
questions?
make a note here.
Okay, so let's have number one question.
Okay. How do the presentations that you usually listen to end? Generally, and all the end of presentations include a conclusion and Q&A section, and these are very useful. Conclusion part helps me to double check the main points that I've summarized, and Q&A section provides audiences to ask for further questions.
Yep. Okay, I agree with that, and no corrections.
Okay.
And this is what you do?
Yeah.
Okay. Own experience. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Next, number two.
Uh, what is your ideal ending for presentations? Summary, the major points that speaker, I think should be that the speaker has
Yep.
presented, and also link to the purpose that having these presentations.
Okay. To the purpose that having this presentation. Oh, yes. Okay. I'm just confused.
You mean
Also, and also link to the purpose.
yeah, like because sometimes when I attend a presentation, some people they open with questions on they just start with the opening. They started at opening with the questions, and it is a purpose of having the presentation for that period. But sometimes at the end, I still don't know the answer for the question that they just opened from a start. So I would say
Okay.
ideal ending for the presentations means that of course the speaker should summarize the major point that they want to present to the audiences. However, they also should focus on the purpose that they want to make this presentation, and they should link back to the purpose, even like maybe answer the question or um, maybe give the conclusion of the um, maybe the research point or the wondering points that they just started from the beginning. And do you know what I mean?
Oh, yes, yes, yes. I got it. Okay, thank you. So you can also say this way, and it also, oh, sorry. Yeah, it also links the purpose.
And it also links to
Yeah,
the purpose
yeah,
too.
to having this presentation. Oh, sorry. These presentations because it's with S.
Okay. To having or to have?
To having.
To having.
Yeah, because it means they are connected to each other.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
It's just like saying I'm looking forward to having, like that,
Yeah.
because they
Oh,
are connected as one in this sentence. So you could also say that way.
yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Also related to the purpose to having this presentation.
Yeah,
Okay.
because if you look at this part and also link, it's kind of like there's something missing, right? It
Oh,
also link to the purpose. That's why I got confused. Though I understand what is the sentence about, but just this part. So to make it clear, so you would have to put it
yeah.
pronoun also, and then um, plural, or singular, sorry, with S. Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah. So you can also say links to the purpose or links the purpose, just to be specific. Okay,
Okay.
okay, since we will use to having, so it's just fine not to use links to the. Okay,
Okay.
okay, clear.
Yeah. Clear.
Okay, next, number three.
What happened if the presenter will not have a proper closing in the presentation? Some audiences may not catch all the key points during the presentation. The presenter should size the last change to hammer home the importance of her or his messages. If he or she doesn't present the closing part well, audiences may only remember this part and may also feel doubts about all the presentation details, which may cause a bad impression and presentation effects.
Okay, yeah, I got that. Good job. Just this word, seize.
Seize.
Yep,
Oh, not size.
yep,
Okay.
seize.
Seize.
Yeah, so that's gonna be Z sound. Z, seize.
Seize.
Yep. Okay. And is this a real situation? I mean,
Yeah.
own experience?
Yeah, because sometimes when I attend some presentation, I sometimes I feel like I'm not really sure about the presenter's words.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that's very important, that we should take note
yeah,
because that's how we clarify things, especially because you are the listener.
yeah.
Okay, so you could have more questions after. Okay, how about part four? Anyways, no problem there, just the word seize. Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Which do you think is a better good opening or good closing remarks? For a good opening, the presenter should outline the key points that he or she is going to present. This can help audiences to expect what they should pay more attention to. In addition, for a good closing, this is similar to what I've mentioned in the last question. The speaker should summarize the highlights that he or she has presented. This can help audiences to recall the important messages that they have noted.
Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, how about you? How do you do your closing remarks and your
Uh,
opening? Let's start with your opening.
Opening.
Yeah, how do
Uh,
you usually start or do your
norm,
opening remark?
Normally, I will when I start a new presentation, I will say hello and welcome to those audiences,
Yep,
and then I will,
I would.
I would,
Okay.
I would, talk about the content of table. Like, I will let audiences know what I'm going to present. Like, I will list down some, uh, the I will outline the key parts
Key points
in
or key parts, yes.
yeah, parts or key points in the table of content,
Okay.
and it will help them to know what they can expect to the following that I'm going to present.
Okay.
And for closing part, of course, I will summarize the highlights that I want them to remember, and I want them to bring it back when they just go out from the office.
Or you want to emphasize to them.
Yeah, I want to emphasize the highlights that
Okay.
I want them to memorize it. And then
Okay.
I will end it with a Q&A section to make sure that whether they have any questions that want me to clarify,
Yes.
yeah, or have a further discussion with me, something like that.
Or give more examples.
Yeah, or give more
Yeah,
examples.
to make it easier to be understood.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it's just funny. I heard you about table of content or contents. I'm not really sure when was the last time I heard that. Yeah, I
Which
just
part?
remembered in my high school, right, elementary, university, that whenever we go to library, I'm not just really sure, you know, the last time I've heard it.
But
So
is there a better word for this one? Because I think it's a very long vocabulary.
classic. Well, you can say classic vocabulary.
Classic, yeah.
Yes, classic. Well, it's just funny because it reminded me of my, education days. Okay. You can just simply say introduction because of course introduction is the first part that you show to them. So that would include, well, depending on you, if those are the table of contents, or you can just use the word content, the first content.
Okay.
Okay, instead of saying table of content, so you could just say the first content. It means the first part, so that means the introduction.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, since we have the opening here, so opening for the remarks, that's the action, and then you can use the word introduction.
Introductions. Okay.
Yeah, introduction or the first content like that.
The first content?
Yeah, yeah. Instead of saying asking about table of content, so you can say the first content.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Oh yeah. I think those are just the words we could use here.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. Next.
What methods of closing the presentation do you know? Restate the key points and the most important details that the speaker would like his or her audiences to remember.
Okay. Okay, what other methods are very useful to you?
Sorry?
What other closing methods?
What kind? But is it very similar as the last question here? Because I'm not so sure about the method that the question means here.
When you say method, this is how you smoothly draw, this is the transition on how you smoothly end or how you smoothly close your presentation. So those
Um,
are the methods. Let's say you review it first, and then you show the main points, and
oh,
then you close it with the quote, maybe, right?
what's the code? What is code?
Yeah, quote. Those are the sayings, quotes. As the
Code.
yeah, as the saying goes, blah 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 blah, like that,
Oh, okay.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, as you can see in our lessons here, there are the introduction, the
Yeah.
first, the sayings of some famous people.
Yeah.
So somehow you could use them in your introduction. However, when it comes to your presentation, I guess they could be valuable to see in the end. So you can use them as your closing remarks. But then
Oh,
again, they should be related to your presentation. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I had a friend before, who loves to use quotes, in the ending or closing of his presentation. However, most of the time, they are not really related to the presentation. So we must pay attention to that.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
very
because yeah, how beautiful, even if how beautiful you closed your presentation, if it has nothing to do with your presentation, then it's kind of useless.
yeah.
Like that. So that's why quotes are very much, hard to choose when it comes to, putting them in your closing part.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
so that's why we have the word method. So how about you? After you explained it a lot and then you're going into closing your presentation, ending it. So what are your ways? What are your methods?
mm, I will just briefly review the presentation again, very briefly and shortly, and will um, remark the highlight points again at the end of my closing part.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's it. What about because I think that's all. Do you have any suggestions?
Um, well, most of the methods are um, you pay attention to or you try to review the 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 the, the most important parts of your presentation, like what you said, for them to be reminded,
Yeah,
okay? And then you can ask a little question to know if they truly understand what you have presented to them. You can
yeah,
just choose one of them as a as the representative of the whole group of listeners. So just for you to know if they truly understood or understand your presentation,
yeah,
and then you can ask them if there are any reactions or comments, maybe questions they would ask.
yeah,
Actually, they won't, right?
yeah.
But
True.
that's just something, as a thrill. They will be surprised that you're asking them if they have
Yeah,
questions or somehow if you have questions. And then you can end it, if there are no further additional informations. So you can leave them with a quote that is, inspiring,
yeah. Oh, okay,
as long as it's related to the presentation.
okay, yeah,
Yeah, like those. Okay.
okay.
All right, clear. I mean, no questions?
No,
Okay, let's check the vocabularies below.
okay. Should I just start from the question below there?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay. And the first one, a way to identify what the cause of a problem or situation is stemmed from.
Okay.
Is it correct?
Oh, yes. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Next.
A phrase which is very similar to you should take into account is you need to keep in mind.
Exactly.
And the third one, a phrase at the end that expresses your hope that the presentation has been useful for them is I hope that this has been of some use to you.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. The fourth, a phrase that informs the audience that this is the last part of the presentation is I would like to finish by.
Number 4.
Yeah.
Somehow yes, but better answer for that is let me end.
Yeah. There's a question here.
Okay.
I am not very sure the differences between the the fourth and the sixth that I made it read here. The phrase I'm not so sure about the differences between the phrase of I would like to finish by and let me end. So
Okay.
I think
Actually, these
these are
are just two examples on how you can end a presentation. Rather, you would say, I would like to finish by. That's a
yeah,
kind of formal way.
yeah.
And then, not really informal, but it's something usual to say, let me end. It's a kind of expression like that.
But these are the same, right? Right.
Yeah, kind of the same.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I think you can use both. Answers could be both for 4 and 6.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but just to have a better answer. So number 4, this is about the audience, informs the audience, but also people here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think both will be just fine. But I'll try to search about this too and send you that if there is a little difference.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
but as far as I reviewed about this, it's kind of formal to say I would like to finish if you are in a formal meeting, and then just to have an expression, let me end to let them know. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Number 5.
A phrase that highlights or stresses the importance of something to the audience is I cannot emphasize too strongly.
Yeah, I cannot emphasize too strongly.
I cannot emphasize too strongly.
Yes, too strongly. Okay. So let's go on number 7.
A phrase that has the same meaning as soon as in the near future.
Y
Future.
Yep. Okay, that's very related.
Yeah.
Soon. Okay, next.
A very professional way of saying say again is restate.
Yeah, pre-state. Okay.
Yeah. A phrase that expresses that you are 100% confident that something will happen is without a shadow of a doubt.
Yes, so from the word doubt.
Yeah.
Next, the key
Uh,
word.
a phrase that refers to both the future and a long period of time is in the long term.
Yes.
Okay. Another way to say quickly summarize the main points of the presentation is briefly recapping.
Yeah, briefly recapping. This is seldom being used, I think.
So it's not very useful.
No, 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 not very useful, but it's just being seldomly used by people.
Oh.
You won't really see this in one book, for example,
Oh, okay.
or in one conversation, all right? But of course, it's up to you. If you would like to take note, every learnings of expressions and phrases that you could use.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why we have these examples, because these are what we can say in another way.
Yeah.
And this
Okay.
is how you widen up your vocabulary. Because
Yeah.
sometimes you would not know when or how you will see this example, and then you forget, right? Oh, what is it again? Like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are just a review for you and learnings on how to say in another word,
Yeah. Oh,
especially
okay.
real estate. Sorry, restate. In the near future, these are mostly used.
Yeah.
And then these are seldomly used because, of course, they are not that really familiar to most of English speakers. I mean,
Oh,
listeners.
yeah.
Okay, so they usually or normally use simple words. So that's why if you have the chance to learn more of these, it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Next. Oh, no questions?
No.
Okay. Since we just have a few minutes and
Yeah.
we might not able to finish number three, I would like you to choose two, just two, of the phrases since you answered them all correctly. Just choose two and use it in a sentence.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Mm,
Or three if you want.
okay. Mm, mm, this pool. This poor sales situation is stemmed from the bad functions of our products.
Okay.
Is it?
Oh, where is your sent? Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the first one.
Okay, this. Okay, yeah, you can say that.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Mm,
The mentioned highlight. Nah.
Number five, The mentioned highlights are all very important for your future market strategy. I cannot emphasize too strongly.
Okay, very good. Yes, mentioned highlights. I like that. It's good. Or you could also say the above mentioned.
Oh, the above mentioned.
Yeah, that's a specific way to say the first part that you have mentioned. So it's just the same. Okay, mentioned highlights. That's good. Or you can say the above mentioned. All right.
The mentioned. Yeah, okay.
Yes. Okay. And then I just checked number one sentence. So you could better to say, I think, instead of bad functions, negative effects.
Negative effects.
Maybe.
Oh,
What do you mean about bad functions?
like the product is not very well.
Okay, you could also
And
use the word disadvantage.
oh, from the
Disadvantage.
disadvantage of products. Oh, okay.
Yeah, from the disadvantages, right, of the products. Or you could also use cons. Cons?
Oh, yeah, the cons.
Yeah, the cons. As a simple, no, not as a short word. To emphasize negative, bad, and disadvantage as one. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so those are the examples you can use. All right. So see, that's how you would enjoy, sometimes thinking of synonyms or other words you can use, to make it better, to see it better, and whenever you listen to it, right? When you perfectly found the right word to use somehow, it's good to see. It's good to listen to. All right.
Yeah.
So you can practice more on, making using more words and then like choosing the best word you could.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, I will be always checking those so you could have the ideas. All right.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
You can take note of that. So we'll have reading exercise next time. So just in case you have questions, you can send that to me on Skype. And then my homework for you, I mean, my homework from you is, oh, what is it again?
The pronunciation of lay, the sound.
Ah, yeah, the TH sound, and then um about
The
I would like to finish by, just in case there is a little difference, right?
yeah, yeah.
Ah, okay, yeah, I'll just send it to you on Skype.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome. Have a great night, Miss Angela, and have
Thank
a good
you.
rest.
Thanks. Bye.
Okay, bye.